Good morning, friends. Welcome to our final week of stress management online. So I hope that everyone had a great week. Thank you so much for all of your thoughtful reflections and all the time that you've been spending on these modules. This was the first time that I ever taught this course online, so it was a little bit tricky to kind of transfer this information. And so I'm thrilled with the way that you all participated and kind of really went into this with an open heart and an open mind. And just reading your reflections about how you've been utilizing these tools and how you've been finding so much success with utilizing some of these tools, it completely fills me up. It makes me so happy. So I hope that you are seeing my comments. When I'm grading, I'm really focusing on the reflections mostly, but I try to comment just to give you a little bit of feedback. So hopefully you're seeing those. And I'm still working through the movement ones, and then I'll be moving through to the connection ones from last week. So your creative forms of movement are awesome. I love to hear all the bike rides and nature hikes and just a lot of it ending up filling in or connecting to that connection piece too, because it sounds like you're doing these activities with people who you care about and love, and so that's even better. So it's like a bonus. This is the last week, and to be perfectly honest, I'm going to go really light on this week because I want to give you guys some time to catch up and to get all assignments in and make sure that we're all set to go. So because of the nature of these courses, if you've taken these courses before, all of the grades for me are due next Sunday. So because of that, I need all assignments due by Friday, the 10th, so that I have that cushion of a couple days to get everything graded and then submitted to Abby and Tom. So for this final week, the 30-point project is really the only one that you're going to have to submit. So if you go underneath projects and you see 30-point project, that's the stress reduction journal. So you should have been kind of utilizing that space throughout the 8 weeks. And like I said, not every column has to be filled in, but just keeping track and charting some of those things that you've been doing. One, to celebrate all the stuff that you did and your progress and how that made you feel. And then two, just kind of showing me that you were participating in these different sections and kind of going through that. So that's the 30-point project that does have to be submitted. The 20-point project, you're done. Those are all of the reflections that you've been doing throughout these 8 weeks. So each week I had you reflect on whatever tool I was giving you in your toolbox. So there's nothing to submit there. You're good to go with that. And then the 10-point project, that's the only assignment that you have this week. So if you look under Module 8, there's going to be something called a WHOOP goal setting exercise. So WHOOP is a way that you can help anybody basically to set a goal. There's so many different goal setting apps. Like I'm sure you've heard of SMART goals and all different types. So this might not be one that you're familiar with, but I use this in my classroom with my kids, and it's just a system that I really kind of like. So when you click on the goal setting exercise, I'll give you this little overview video. So it's about a 3-minute video that talks about what WHOOP is. The acronym stands for Wish, Outcome, Obstacles, and Plan. So you'll see as you watch the video kind of how that's laid out. And then there is a PDF document that you can type right into that is going to ask you to set a WHOOP goal. And so my hope is that through these 8 weeks, you've kind of implemented all of these different techniques into your day, into your week, into your life. And I want you maybe to pick one that resonated with you the most and maybe set a goal to continue using that in your stress reduction journal. This was a lot. Like I kind of threw a bunch of stuff at you, and what I was picturing it is like you have this big toolbox, and I was just kind of stuffing some things into your toolbox. But I don't expect you to use all of these all the time, but just knowing that they're available to you and it's something that you can kind of check back with, I think is really important. But maybe there's one that you do want to utilize more regularly. Maybe it's the movement. Maybe it's meditation. So that WHOOP goal is going to be something that allows me and you to kind of connect to see how we can move you forward with that goal. So that's the 10-point project, is actually this WHOOP goal, but you'll be submitting that underneath that week 8 module, just like you have the other ones. And that's it. So once you do your goal, that's the 10-point, 20-point, you're already done. That's the reflections. And then the 30-point is just to submit your stress reduction journal. You don't have to do any reflection with that. It literally is just that journal that you've been working on. I want to show, again, my gratitude towards you and just, like I said, being very open with this course and just kind of letting me figure this all out. But with that being said, I would love feedback. I know that Abby's going to be sending out the formal feedback for the course, but if you wouldn't mind, and this is totally optional, sending me maybe some individual feedback. I was thinking of doing a Google form, but I think maybe just leaving it up to you if you want to shoot me an email through Canvas. Maybe just tell me, what modules you thought worked really well, what things were not so great. I'm always up for growing and changing, and the best way to do that is through feedback. So I'd love that, but obviously it's optional, so don't feel like you have to. But hopefully I'll be able to refine this a little bit and next time around make it even better. And that's it. So thank you so much. It's been great, and I love kind of reading and getting to know you guys through these projects and assignments that I've given you. And even though I don't give feedback for the discussions, I love watching how you've been so supportive of your discussion groups and the conversations and threads. I've read every one. I just didn't respond in terms of like that feedback because I wanted it to be this like close-knit group that you've established, and I really love that you've kind of utilized that space. Okay, now that's really it. So have a great week, and let me know if you have any questions about the projects or this week's goals. So take care. See ya.